Good evening from London. Welcome to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Sir Keir Starmer may well be the next British Prime Minister. The Labour leader has a hearty lead in the polls. After 13 years of Tory rule, with 3 Prime Ministers in one chaotic year recently, his path to power is clear. But he still has to prove he knows what matters to the British people. And today, I believe he made a massive miscalculation. He's reportedly briefed his top team to avoid talking about social issues, woke issues, because apparently the public doesn't care about them. He couldn't be more wrong. The public does care, and with good reason. Here's a reminder of what Elon Musk says about woke.
It is a prevalent mind virus and arguably one of the biggest threats to modern civilization.
You should explain why you don't think it's hyperbole to say things like it's pushing civilization towards suicide. First of all, what is the woke mind virus? And if we don't deal with this, nothing else can get done. Tell me why you think that.
Yeah, so I think we need to be very cautious about anything that is anti-meritocratic and anything that is that results in the suppression of free speech. Those are two of the aspects of the woke mind virus that I think are very dangerous. Is that it's often anti-meritocratic. You can't question things. Even the questioning is bad.
One of the richest and smartest men in the history of this planet says that something's literally threatening civilization. We should probably not just dismiss it. It's very easy to dismiss this stuff as culture wars, diversionary tactics used by politicians. So we get mad about society instead of their mismanagement. And there is something to that, I get it. But make no mistake, this woke virus is real and it ruins people's lives. It means Western society is being policed by a radical minority of people with ultra-progressive views that would seem completely insane at most family dinner tables. It means people are abused, shamed and vilified, sometimes hounded out of their jobs for expressing a dissenting opinion. It means our heritage and our culture are being constantly ransacked, from Roald Dahl's books to the James Bond novels, to avoid offending an imaginary cult. It means ordinary people having to hesitate before using perfectly normal words like woman or bonkers or mother, because they've been browbeaten into thinking it'll cause offence. It means biological males can destroy women in sport, and gendered categories are being abolished at award ceremonies, resulting, as we saw at the Brits, in no women getting nominated at all. It means we're smeared as transphobic for thinking it's stark raving mad that a male rapist can identify as a woman to get a place in a woman's prison. And above all, it means the rest of us are made to feel like extremists for saying, well, hang on a second, this isn't right. I don't want to live in this world. If you question it, you are the problem. You are the bad person. You must be cancelled. At the heart of this is freedom of speech, as Elon Musk said, freedom of expression and freedom of thought. Without that, there is no democracy. Perhaps the real reason why Sir Keir Starmer doesn't want us to focus on so-called woke issues is because of the problem he's had in answering simple questions.
You know,
sorry, have I offended you in some way?
No. It's just I just.
A woman can have a penis.
I don't think that discussing this issue in this way helps anyone in the long run. For 99.9% of women, everything is a matter of biology, and I'm very, very supportive of that. For the vast majority of women, this is all about biology, and of course they don't have a penis. We all know that. 99.9-something% of women, it's all biological, and it's very straightforward.
What's that percentage again? How many women have penises again, Sir Keir? So far this year, I've interviewed the Prime Ministers of Britain, Israel, Australia. I went to the Ukraine to interview President Zelensky. I interviewed former US President Donald Trump. I've interviewed other US presidential candidates for 2024. The one person I've not interviewed is Sir Keir Starmer or any of his senior shadow cabinet ministers. What are they scared of? The Labour Party is based 2.8 miles away from his studio. Its front benchers have an open invitation to come on to debate all of this stuff, as well as their plans for running the country. But so far, they've repeatedly rejected all invitations. If you want to run the country, they should really stop ducking interviews, because the last guy that ran the country, he ducked interviews. Let me take a little reminder, a trip down memory lane of what Boris Johnson did when I tried to get an interview with him.
Mr. Johnson, while you have 5 minutes, you're live on Good Morning. Could you talk to Piers and Susanna for me?
I'll be with you in a second.
Yeah, I have an earpiece here in my hands, ready to go. Right, he's been taken inside, into the freezer.
He's gone into the fridge.
There's a bunker.
It's very heroic work,
had so far, isn't it?
That was heroic work. He ran into a fridge to avoid... He never came out. We never saw him again. Ran into a fridge, shut the door. Boris Johnson. A coward, ultimately. Just didn't want to face tough questions. I don't think Keir Starmer's a coward. I don't think he shadowed cabinet are cowards. For some reason, they don't want to come on and talk about this stuff. And now they say the public doesn't care. Trust me, the public cares.